My greetings to everyone. I am Professor Namita Rajput, Professor in Department of Commerce, Aurobindo College, University of Delhi. In the ongoing series of Art of Being Happy, which is a value addition course, today we are talking more on the emotional well-being. So starting today with a topic which is very, very important, seeking support when needed. It is a sign of strength and the self-awareness to seek the support when overcoming obstacles or going through and trying circumstances. Nobody should have to face the challenges of the life alone. And then in this particular series, we will be talking on the value of asking for help when you actually need it. So addressing the typical roadblocks to asking for the aid and exploring the ways for doing so. It's very important for our well-being to know when we need support. So the signs can actually include the feelings which are overburdened, having an ongoing melancholy or worry. So finding it very difficult to handle the stress, changing the sleep patterns or becoming a less functional overall. It is very crucial to pay attention to our own needs and accept them as they arise. So there are a number of things that we can stop people from asking for help. Now these include worry about vulnerability, societal stigma, cultural beliefs, a fear of judgment and a commitment to independence. So understanding that asking for help is a very common and a very healthy aspect of life and is necessary to overcome these obstacles. The first is the strategies for seeking the support is identifying the trusted people. So you need to list the people in your life you feel comfortable confiding and trusting. This can include some close friends, the members of the family, mentors or experts like therapists or counselors. Having a network of dependable friends and the family members, they improve your chances of getting compassionate and help some assistance. The second is your expressing your needs. You need to be very specific in your needs while asking for assistance. You need to be honest about your feelings and difficulties and express the kind of support or direction you require. By stating your needs, you make it possible for others to give you the assistance you need. Next is your some kind of a specialist help. If you're facing a very complex or persistent problems, you might want to consider getting help from a mental health specialist. The counselors, psychologists, therapists, they are all educated to offer some direction, therapeutic interventions, and secure the environmental for examining the feelings and coming up with the answers. Next is your online support groups. So looking into an online discussion boards or the groups that are relevant to your particular issues or difficulties. Engaging with people who have actually gone through a similar things can provide you a sense of validation, understanding and the chance of gaining a knowledge from your experiences. The next is your support helplines. In times of an emergency, helplines can actually provide some prompt assistance, confidential assistance, direction and the recommendations to the best resources which are offered through hotlines specifically dedicated to the mental health, domestic violence, substance misuse and the particular needs. Next is we have to participate in support groups or group therapy sessions when people are actually dealing with the similar issues are gathered. Some sharing experiences, paying attention to others and learning from many viewpoints may all be very helpful. Next is we have some self-advocacy. You need to be aware that asking for assistance is a kind of a self-care and self-advocacy. Put your health first and constantly remind yourself that asking for assistance is a brave step towards developing the resilience. Now coming on to the benefits of seeking support. Now there are some very important advantages which we see when you ask for help when you need it. So it can offer some psychological support, perspective, direction and workable answers. improved mental health, better coping mechanisms, lower stress levels, and increased resilience, they are all influenced by supportive relationships and a professional help. So we can say it is very important for our well-being to seek support while dealing with difficulties. We may move through a life challenges more easily if we recognize the need for help and get beyond the obstacles and make use of the resources that are available. It's very important to keep in mind that asking for help is a sign of strength and the self-care, and it is essential to our personal development and a general well-being. Now, practicing gratitude, mindfulness, positive self-talk for experiencing the happiness. The path to pleasure in the life entails developing some constructive attitude and routines. So in this particular part, we will be talking about some effective techniques that can greatly improve our general happiness, gratitude, mindfulness, and positive self-talk. We can create a happier mentally and feel more joy and fulfillment by implementing these techniques in our daily lives. The first is being thankful. Being thankful entails recognizing and appreciating the good things in our lives, both big and small. By deliberately concentrating on gratitude, we can divert our attention from unfavorable thoughts and grow more appreciative of the present. We need to maintain a thankful journal and list the 3 things each day for which you are grateful. So this exercise teaches your mind to concentrate on the good things in the life. You need to take time to thank those who make your life better by expressing your gratitude to them. The impact of straightforward thank you can be great for both you and the recipient. The mindfulness. Mindfulness involves intentionally paying attention to the present moment with the curiosity and non-judgment. It allows us to fully experience and appreciate the richness of our lives, leading to a greater sense of happiness and contentment. Next is we have practicing mindfulness, engage in mindful activities. Take some moments throughout the day to encourage in activities with some full presence. So this could include mindful breathing, savoring a meal, and simply observing your surroundings. Then we have a practice meditation. Set aside the dedicated time, the formal meditation practice. Focus on your breath and body sensations, gently bringing your attention back whenever your mind wanders. Cultivate awareness of thoughts and emotions. Notice your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Developing this non-reactive awareness allows you to respond to the situations in a more calm and a thoughtful manner. Next is your positive self-talk. Positive self-talk involves consciously directing our inner dialogue towards supporting and uplifting the messages. By replacing the self-criticism and negativity with self-compassion and positivity, we can boost our self-esteem and foster a happier outlook on the life. Next is we have using positive and self-talk involves some challenging negative thoughts. When negative thoughts come in your mind, actively challenge them. Recast them as positive or realistic statements. Self-acceptance, self-encouragement should take the place of self-criticism. Next is we have some honor accomplishments. Recognize and enjoy your success, no matter how minor it is. And to foster a healthy self-image, acknowledge your advantages and keep in mind your past achievements also. Surround yourself with uplifting the people. Now, whether it's uplifting the books, motivational savings, or encouraging people, surround oneself with some positive influences. Their encouragement will support your own optimistic self-talk. The positive self-talk mindfulness, and gratitude practices have the following advantages. We can actually gain enormous advantages by implementing the mindfulness, the gratitude, and encouraging a self-talk into our daily lives, such as enhanced happiness and life satisfaction, decreased stress and anxiety. Now, enhancing the relationships and the societal ties, improving emotional resilience, increased awareness of one's own self, and the professional development. Now, let us move on to a journey of having a sense of purpose and the meaning of life. A fundamental component of the psychological health and a key factor in the quest of pleasure. Having a pleasure of purpose and the meaning in life, it offers a foundation for the action, a motivation to get out of bed each morning, a closer connection to something bigger than your own self. So, we will examine the value of having a sense of purpose and the meaning in life, as well as the methods for finding and fostering it. Now, understanding the purpose and the meaning. While meaning relates to a sense of significance and the value tied to our experiences and deeds, the purpose refers to a distinct objective or direction in life. Having both a purpose, a meaning gives you once a sense of fulfillment, motivates one, and enhances the psychological health. So let us find your personal meaning and purpose. The first is your self-reflection. Examine your values, interest, passion by engaging in self-reflection. Take into account the pursuits of the causes that make you very happy and fulfilled. Consider your abilities, capabilities, and the particular values you provide to the world. Next is your setting goals. Establish worthwhile objectives that reflect your values and desires. So determine both the short-term and the long-term goals that will really help you live a fulfilling life and give you a feeling of purpose. Larger goals can be broken down into the smaller ones, more achievable tasks which can really help keep people motivated and make a progress. Now, investigating the interest. Take on some new challenges, investigate other pastime, and partake in pursuits that pique your curiosity. So, your sense of purpose and meaning in life may be expanded through a process of inquiry as find new hobbies and interest. Then is connecting with the values. List your primary values in order of importance. These values and the tenets serves as your behavioral and decision-making guidelines. Yes, your daily routine have a depth and the significance when you act and make decisions in accordance with your principles. Now, how to foster meaning and purpose? The first is developing relationships. Create the deep ties, your aspirations. Engage in relationships that are encouraging to your personality and give you a feeling of community. Work together on initiatives or issues that are consistent with your mission to develop a feeling of purpose for the group. Next is giving back. Take part in the deeds of generosity and selflessness. A great sense of purpose and meaning can be developed through helping others and having a beneficial impact on the environment. Next is your embracing growth and the challenges. See the obstacles and the setbacks as the chances for development. With a growth mindset, you can discover the purpose in the process of overcoming the challenges and building the resilience. Next is your mindful living. Develop your present moment awareness and your connection to your values and the purpose by practicing mindfulness. Even the most straightforward situation can have a meaning and purpose if you live intentionally and fully present. Now, there are some benefits of having a sense of purpose and the meaning. Having a feeling of purpose and meaning in life provides many advantages for the psychological well-being, including increased general life satisfaction and happiness, improved adaptability and capacity for overcoming obstacles, increased drive and sense of purpose, stronger connections and the sense of belonging, improved self-worth and self-esteem. So we can say that having a sense of control over your lives is very crucial for your mental health and happiness. It not only entails the having confidence in our capacity to shape and overcome the situation, but also the difficulties we face. So we will examine the importance of having a sense of control over our life and talk about how to cultivate organically and sustain this positive frame of mind. So understanding a sense of control. A sense of control is a conviction that we have the authority and freedom to direct our lives and make choices that have an effect on our results. It includes acknowledging our freedom of action, accepting accountability for our deeds, and confidentiality adjusting to change. So the first is the techniques for developing a sense of control. In this, we will discuss the determining your internal locus of power. Acknowledge that you have the power over your own self and any outside forces. By recognizing that we have the power to change your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and responses to different situations, you can also develop some internal locus of control. The next is your seeking achievable goals. Set some realistic goals and aspirations. Create action plans to attain the greater goals by breaking them down into smaller, more doable actions. You feel more in control of your progress and have a feeling of direction when you have some specific goals. Taking decision making seriously. Gain self-assurance in your ability to make decisions. Spend some time gathering the information, thinking about the options, balancing the benefits and the drawbacks, and following your gut. Recognize that all the choices will result in the intended results, but look at them as good learning opportunities. Next is we have developing resilience. Being resilient helps you adjust and overcome the hardships of the life. Develop the resilience through looking for solutions rather than concentrating on the difficulties. Accepting change, getting help when you need it, and remaining upbeat when the things are tough. So, owing your actions. Take accountability for your decisions and the deeds. Recognize that you have the power over how you react to circumstances. Take responsibilities for your mistakes and make the required corrections. By accepting the responsibilities, you give yourself the capacity to bring about some improvement. Next is we have a stress management. Create efficient stress reduction techniques to keep yourself out of control and in the sense of control. So you need to keep all your efforts to keep your all senses in control. So this can entail using the relaxation techniques, working out frequently, placing on priority your self-care and getting help from the specialist or dependable friends whenever required. Then we have fostering a growth mindset. Recognize that the abilities and the skills may be improved through hard work and education. Accept the obstacles as the opportunities for progress. Keep going despite failures and have the faith in your ability to advance and getting the results you want. Now coming on to the benefits of feeling in control. Feeling in control of your life has a number of positive effects on the psychological health, including better self-efficacy and self-assurance, less worry and powerlessness. So better ability to solve problems and make decisions, increased drive and tenacity, greater overall pleasure and life satisfaction. So we can say that the ability to modify our experiences and the purpose, present fulfillment is empowered by developing a sense of control over your life. So we can cultivate a strong sense of control by adopting an internal locus of control, establishing attainable goals, making wise judgments, developing resilience, accepting responsibility of our actions, and keep in mind that you have the ability to design your life you want and with a strong sense of control. So you can face the obstacles and seize the chances with assurance and the purpose. So let us move on to a very interesting part. Yes, having a very positive outlook on the future. This is very crucial element of the psychological well-being and is having a good outlook on the future, which can have a big impact on our general happiness and sense of fulfillment in the life. It entails developing an optimistic outlook, accepting the possibilities and holding on to hope despite obstacles. So we will be talking about an optimistic outlook on the future and talk about how to encourage the optimism and resilience. So first is your understanding a positive outlook on the future. An optimistic viewpoint that expects the favorable outcomes, growth and opportunity. It characterizes a specific positive outlook on the future. It not only entails having optimism, resiliency and conviction, but also a room for some personal growth and fulfillment in the future. So let us talk about some techniques for promoting a very hopeful outlook on the future. So the first is developing a mindset of thankfulness. By concentrating on the positive qualities of the present moment, cultivate a mindset of thankfulness, express gratitude for your blessings, successes and the life events on a very regular basis. So you can cultivate an optimistic outlook on the future by acknowledging the excellency and the way the things are best that exist. So challenges can be reframed as an opportunity. So consider the obstacles and the failures as the chances for the development and education. Adopt a mindset that says that facing the challenges can really help you becoming more resilient and gain some useful skills. So you can tackle your problem with optimism and proactive mindset by rephrasing them. Setting meaningful and achievable goals is another important thing which can motivate you. Divide more challenging objectives into smaller, more achievable tasks and acknowledging your accomplishments as you go. So having a distinct idea of what you want to accomplish gives you a sense of direction and optimism for the future. So going forward, surround yourself with some positive energy. Do your best to surround yourself with some supportive friends, mentors and role models. Spend some time doing positive things like reading uplifting books, listening to uplifting podcasts, engaging in enjoyable hobbies, and you can strengthen your own self and build your positive attitude on the future by surrounding yourself with some positive people. So using visualization techniques, create a vivid mental picture of the outcomes you want for the future. Make prosperity, happiness, contentment and the mental images. Additionally, the repeating phrases that support you believe in a bright future will really help you incorporate the positive affirmations into your everyday practice. So this routine can really help some positive thinking and reorganize your brain. Now keeping resilience, develop resilience to overcome the obstacles and the setbacks. Develop the mindsets that obstacles are they are transient and can be overcome. Concentrate on coming up with the answers, taking experience-based lessons, adjusting to the novel situations. You can actually overcome some misfortunes and keep a positive outlook on the future if you have the resilience. So making self-care a priority. Make self-care a priority to support your mental and emotional well. Make time for the things that make you very happy, calm and refreshed. Exercise frequently, try some mindful and meditation. Make sure that you receive enough rest and sleep. Taking care of your own self improves your capacity to keep a positive attitude on the future. So there are some numerous advantages for the psychological well-being result from having a very hopeful outlook on the future. So including the greater optimism, happiness, satisfaction with life, increased resilience, capacity for overcoming the obstacles, increased capacity for for the problem solving and making the decisions, increased drive and productivity. So finally, we can say fostering a positive attitude on the future is a very powerful mindset that enables us to actively pursue a satisfying life, accept the opportunities, preserve the hope, and we may encourage optimism, resilience in the mindset of uncertainties by cultivating the appreciation, rephrasing the challenges, making the goals, surrounding oneself with positivity, engaging in visualization and affirmations, retaining the resilience and placing a priority on the self-care. Remember that having an optimistic attitude on the future not only improves our current well-being but also creates a world of possibilities for a better future. Thank you so much.